My Turo startup is coming to an end because in this video, I'm going to be selling both of my vehicles I spent a combined $36,400 on, and I'm also going to be revisiting my stake in a 40-car Turo fleet in Denver, Colorado to figure out a way to leave the company, along with, of course, my decision as to why I'm doing all this. But to start things off, I listed my 2019 Honda HR-V for sale for $20,000. In October of last year, I bought the vehicle from a local dealership for just under $25,000, but since then, the used car market has absolutely tanked.
Overall prices for used cars and trucks fell slightly in August.
Shares of Carvana seeing steep declines, hitting a new low this morning.
CarMax, symbol KMX, shares reversing sharply on a steep drop in profit, more than 50%.
Both used car prices and new car prices, they are going down.
Luckily though, between October of 2022 and May of 2023, I earned $5,000 renting the vehicle out on Turo. That puts me at about break even, but after spending $500 on maintenance and of course my time, I would have been better off not making the investment. But with the Honda HR-V now listed on all of the major platforms, including eBay.com, my second Turo vehicle is also about to get put up for sale, aka the 2013 Honda CR-V. This is by far my favorite vehicle that I own, and after purchasing it in August of 2022 for $11,400, I put a lot of miles on it. When we open up the vehicle, hop in, and go ahead and start it up, you guys can see it's currently sitting at 142,037 miles. The mileage on this car definitely worries me when it comes to selling it, but luckily we earned a whopping $7,000 in the time I had it renting it out on Turo, so either way on this vehicle, we're making a pretty fat profit. But before we go ahead and take some photos of it and get it listed for sale, we're gonna take it to the car wash. Because our former president and billionaire once said,
"You can spend $10 washing the car and get another $200 for the car." And I've seen guys, they're selling cars that are dirty, and I say, that guy is a loser.
the car is officially all clean both inside the vehicle and outside. Now it's time to take some photos of it and address a pretty big problem. So I'm an idiot. As I prepared to list this car for around $10,000, I realized I had no idea where the title was. I must have gotten it into my name at some point since obviously the car has plates, but as for the physical paper that proves that, well, as of right now, I can't find it. 30 minutes later, I found the car title, baby. It was literally in the box for my silver play button. Definitely not the best spot, but unfortunately everyone who knows me knows I'm the king of losing things and I get a new phone like every 6 months. These are also the second pair of keys I bought for the CR-V since I lost the original pair, but nonetheless, as you guys can see, the vehicle is now listed. I priced it at $10,500 because KBB said it falls somewhere in that range, but the car has a dent on the hood along with a pretty decent scratch on the side, so that's why it's priced on the lower end of the spectrum. Now guys, pretty much all we can do is wait. I'm super excited to hopefully get this $30,000 back in my bank account since I just bought the IRS a Tesla Model 3.
I'm a capitalist, but pay your fair share.
And I also have some pretty big news in terms of where I'll be investing this money next. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a few hours and I already have someone interested in potentially buying my car for $10,000. The potential buyer originally tried to get me down to $9,000, but with it being the first day the car's listed, I decided to stay firm on my price and he said he'd be interested in taking a look at it. And after a quick call with the buyer, hello, this is Will with the Honda CR-V.
Hello, Will. How are you doing?
Good, good.
So, are you the first owner?
So I originally bought the car in Colorado, so I'm the second owner, I believe.
And currently it's on the Texas title, or?
It has a Texas title, yup, but it's in my name and everything. We decided to meet up that day for him to take a look at it. Walgreens is fine. That'd be okay. I'm driving now to go meet this guy at Walgreens. We're only like 0.3 miles away, so we're about to meet this dude. Hello. Good. Filming definitely wasn't my first priority, but he took a look at the car. That's from me. I was going into my apartment and I draped it on the concrete pole. Test drove it, and literally as I expected, he tried to negotiate. Probably couldn't do 9.
What about 9-1? I can give you 100 now, 9 later.
It's just the first day I'm having it listed.
How about,
I don't want to sell it for anything.
Let's meet in the middle.
We already met in the middle, man. I originally had it listed for $10,500.
No, what I'm saying is let's meet in the middle.
My dude literally stood there repeating,
Let's meet in the middle.
for a long time, and after a lot of conversation, we agreed on a $100 cash deposit and a $9,500 cashier's check the next day. Okay, deal. I'll do that.
How you wanna do it? Do you want me to write you a check?
Sure, it's $400 less than I wanted. I probably shouldn't have budged, but the car does have some damage, and I guess I see where he's coming from. So we did, in fact,
Meet in the middle.
and completed the sale the next day. I'm driving now to go sell the car to this guy. We're about 10 minutes away way. We're almost there, and I can't believe this is my last time driving this car. I feel it's time to move on from Turo. I really do. The money that I have in these cars would be better used for other ventures. So we're pulling up to this guy's apartment, so let's go finalize this deal. With the sale completed and the HRV still listed, I want to take some time to explain what happened with my Turo startup and my reasons for leaving. To be honest with you guys, I was sadly told I can't get into too much detail yet, but I will say that, as you guys know, the last few months have been a struggle. As with any startup, there are growing pains, and for us, it was no exception. The business model was essentially we manage Turo cars for other people and take a 30% cut of the revenue. And as we rapidly grew to a 40-car fleet, we had a lot of struggles managing all the cars. But luckily, in the past month, the Fleet Brothers teamed up with another company to help manage the cars, and I think it's going to be an overall much better situation for the clients. Hopefully, their payouts will continue to be good. But that said, with me selling both my cars and moving into a new venture, I don't really think there's still a place for me at this company. I initially got into it being told I was going to market the business, make content for it, and the fleet management would be running, but that wasn't the reality. And right now, with everything else I have going on and also not living in Denver, I don't have the bandwidth to get more involved with the fleet, which I think would be necessary if we wanted to make this company a true success. In terms of an equity payout for all the work I put in, I'm afraid as of right now that hasn't been determined. I like to think I'm not going to leave the company empty-handed, but after paying out Aaron's brother Chris a few months ago a fat amount of money, and the company not making that much money in general, I'm afraid I've received a total of $0 from the business so far. The only thing I'm thankful for is most of the clients continue to make good income from their cars, and it should only improve now teamed up with that other company. And if you guys want more details on this story, I did a 45-minute podcast just for members in the Hustle World Discord. It's kind of like my own version of Patreon, and at only $25 a month, it includes weekly members calls on Mondays, already 6 podcast episodes live in the Discord, educational videos on side hustles I've done, and even if you guys don't become a member, there's still a free chat, occasional free calls, and also a free podcast for you guys to listen to. So either way, be sure to check out Hustle World at the top link down below. Shameless plug out of the way, you guys might be wondering, Will, now that you're not doing Turo, what are you going to invest this money into? Well, I'm currently in the north side of Milwaukee, and you guys might not believe this, but this house in front of me costs only $5,000. Featuring 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and 1,900 square feet in a slightly questionable side of town, I see potential in properties like this, even though they may seem run down. I've even seen people on TikTok talk about being a Section 8 landlord, seeing crazy returns, so hopefully in the next few months, I'm going to be able to buy my first house/investment property. Not a brokey house, but a house I can actually live in, house hack, and rent out, and then from there, I'm going to be traveling around, meeting up with successful people in real estate to learn how to actually make money with it. Maybe that'll include doing Section 8 real estate, maybe it won't, but all I know is I want to take things to the next level. Finally, guys, it's been about a week since I started this video, and the Honda HRV just sold. I had it listed on all of the major platforms with a few people interested, and one person even said he was going to drive out to meet me just for him not to show up. So just out of curiosity, I browsed around to see what a dealership or online car seller would pay for it. And at first, it didn't seem promising, with low offers of $16,400, $18,500. But then Carvana offered me nearly $20,000. No wonder they're a bankrupt company. That's basically retail value, so I drove the car out and sold it to them. All right, guys, we've now made it to the Carvana drop-off right up there. And funny enough, the employee working there watches my channel.
I actually do follow you. So.
Oh, you do?
I'm like, oh, I've seen that before.
Oh. He knew all about the car and how I had it listed on Turo, so luckily he didn't price it lower because of that. Shout out to that Carvana employee. Hopefully you find a good job once the company goes bankrupt. Maybe check out Hustle World for some side hustle ideas, but jokes aside, I appreciate every single one of you. Drop a like if you're excited for this new journey, and peace out.